abịa. Enwere onye Igbo isi dị mma ga-ekwugide omenala anyị. Omenala anyị dị against rape. Tufu gọọmenti abịa dị, anyị nwere ihe anyị na-asụ. Ọ ya bụ omenala Igbo. Igbos, one of our omenala bụ onye agha na nwanne ya. Ọnụrụ be nwanne, ọnụrụ be nwanne agba n'ọsọ ye. Onye nụrụ be nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ọ ya mere nke Nnamdi Kanu. Geenụ ntị. Oge Sunday Igbo nke Yoruba. Oge nke Sunday Igbo ofio Yoruba leaders niile gba ya round. And they rescued him. So they got penny. He did Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyagana one. Jena Niger Delta. Jena Batompo like a major. The youth, the old, government for not do that. Yes, their position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. The one I can amount can equate. He had to get no, that boom. If I was a mature, that we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzu 1 and now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. No. Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young men, the Igbo youths everywhere, it shall be well with you. They stood together, they go united, bonded, but the elites. My Lord, again. Jesus said that they may all be. Oh, yeah, come now, that they may all be one. Are we one? Abuloye and Kai abai chiche. Madu kwesiri chiche kompeta. Ụfọdụ bụ ndị jere ije eji kpụrụ ya. Mana di otikocha ihe ọhụrụ n'elu nkwụ ọba ama mmụọ. Mana ndị niile aka ha dị n'ọgbụgbọ ahụ werekwa onye ga-akọ akụkọ ya ọfụma. They will all suffer. Maka ndị ga-adịkwa ndụ n'ime ha self. Ma ọ bụ na anwụ abịara. There are things don't do and get free. Kedụzi ebe onye agha na nwanne ya dị. N'imi bewe anyị ebewe. Anya bewe imi ebewe. Ọ ka dịzikwanụ. Anyị ahụzụla ego gbaghara nwanne. Ndị oshimi, ndị mpịawa azụ karịsịa. The unity is no more there. Etiti anyị n'onwe nke anyị, are we united? Ejiri onye agba ashịrị, ejiri onye nke ashị ashị, ejiri onye nke boto. Nwanne gị na-ebe ọ na-atọ gị. It will soon be your own. So anyị na-ekwu maka unity. Igbo Igbo. Anọ m na this point. Ndị niile Igbo ji eje ọgụ. Ma ndị ọha na eze. Because if we are fighting a common cause, today is Nnamdi Kanu. But the nature and the species of invasion that is happening in our land, if we are not careful and faster, and the government of...
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect it. Right now, the court proceeding is currently going on in Finland, and this is the logic. This is Samsa Hakalas logic concerning Mazi Simon Ekpa. But before I will start reading out this Samsa Hakalas logic concerning Mazi Simon Ekpa as the court proceeding is currently going on, I want to say something. It seems as if the world is turning their back on black people. The other time, Donald Trump came and asked Ramaphosa to arrest the activists in South Africa. It seems to me as if the world is practically turning their back on the black people. As blacks, did we do anything to deserve what is happening to us? Or is it that we just have bad leaders? All right, let's go down to that Samsa Hakalas lodges, that His Excellency Simon Ekpa should be imprisoned for at least 6 years, not because he committed violence, but because he encouraged Biafrans to defend themselves against genocide and ethnic cleansing. He is condemned for speaking out against a regime responsible for the massacre of over 6 million Biafrans. Additionally, he is criticized for allegedly underpaying taxes on YouTube earnings, even though Finnish tax authorities have the means to assess and recover any unpaid taxes. According to Hakalas apparent at Ulutiset, at Finland government, at Alex Stope, and at Uko Stereo. Reasoning: Biafrans, being black, do not deserve the same right to self-defense and self-determination as Europeans. This is especially ironic coming from a Finnish perspective, given Finland's own history of violent struggle for independence. Alright, before I continue, you need to know that Finland had a violent struggle for independence to come out from the USSR. It was not an easy struggle for them, but finally they came out, and I thought that they were going to extend the same hand of fellowship to other people who are struggling to have their own independence, because you suffered the same fate. You understand what fighting for freedom is all about. Except maybe because their ancestors who fought for this freedom are not there. Because had it been their idea, and had it been that Finland were paying attention to their history, they should have extended a hand of fellowship to Biafrans, considering what is currently going on, considering that you passed through the same process, you were oppressed by other people the same way Biafrans are being oppressed by the government they are under. A Biafran cannot do anything and go away with it. What other people do and go away with, once it gets to Biafran's turn, you see the tide turning against them. El Zazaki, an activist who did a lot of things in Nigeria, was imprisoned in Nigeria, and he was still paid salary. And according to the last news I got, El Zazaki, his feeding was going into millions of naira, billions of naira, just to feed El Zazaki. His followers were doing a lot of protests, doing a lot of things in the northern part of Nigeria. Nobody did anything. They arrested El Zazaki, and after arresting him, the government was paying for his arrest, paying for his feeding and everything, because he is from the north. After the Nigeria Biafra War 1967 to 1970, the then head of state Gowon declared no victor, no vanquish, and that was when he introduced the 3R, which represents reconstruction, rehabilitation, and what's the other R again? I'll tell you. That one is reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation. Yes, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation. And this reconstruction was not done anywhere in the southeastern part of Nigeria. It was Lagos that was reconstructed. It was the southerners and the westerners, the northerners that were rehabilitated. It was them that were still reconciled. There was no reconstruction, there was no reconciliation or rehabilitation. Rather, the Igbo people who had their money in the bank were given only 20 pounds to start over again. And today, Igbos are billionaires all over Nigeria, all over the world, buying lands in choicest places in Lagos, choicest places in Abuja, choicest places in Plateau, choicest places, all these places. And what is currently going on in Lagos now is that Igbo are being oppressed. There is a lot of demolition going on in Lagos State. And these houses that are being demolished are the houses of Igbo, the Biafrans. They are the houses of Biafrans that have been demolished. Not that these houses are in a contradicted area. They had CFO. They went to the government of then in Lagos State to acquire their CFO. And now the present government is demolishing the houses. Some of these people that their houses have been demolished, they are living abroad and they believe that they have secured the land there in Lagos State where they can come home and have their rest. But I don't blame the Lagosians, because Ndigbo themselves, some of them who, especially those who are in the political arena, who are in the political echelon, who are in the political corridor, who have made themselves worthy from the wealth of Nigeria, who have made themselves worthy from the mineral resources that is coming from the Biafra, they have refused to say the truth. They have refused to dance to the tune of the truth, but rather they are dancing to Slugede, forgetting that Slugede is even the more. Let's continue. By this same logic, Biafrans, having already endured slavery and decades of systematic violence, are expected to remain silent and accept a life of hopelessness, misery, suffering, because, as Nigerian media reports, according to Finland's Foreign Affairs Minister, Simon Ekpa is obstructing Finland's bilateral relation with Nigeria, particularly access to Biafra's oil and gas resources. This narrative is not only deeply unjust, it is morally indefensible. Is Finland still considered the most racist country in the European Union? Are you seeing what is going on? So what Finland is fighting for is their share of oil in Nigeria. Is their share of oil, so that they will not lose the oil that they are getting from Nigeria, and they are fighting for this because they don't want to lose out. They want to maintain the relationship. You need to understand that part of this relationship you see in the world going on in the world power is not as a result because of likeness, as a result of favoritism. It's as a result of what these big nations can get from Africa. Look at Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso and France. France is fighting tooth and nail to come back. It's not maybe because they love Burkina Faso so much, but because of what they are getting out of Burkina Faso. But Chukwu Okike Abịama, onye ime n'igwe, onye ndu dị n'aka, has always kept fighting for Ndigbo. Alright, today, 7 years ago, famous reggae singer Oseloka Onwubuya, popularly known as Raskamonio, passed away. He hailed from Onitsha, Olona in Delta State. These are people who spoke up concerning what Ndigbo are passing through today. And we believe that very soon it is going to come to an end. When Trump came into office, people thought that with his power, he is going to, protest for the Biafrans, talk about Biafrans and make sure that Biafrans are free. But he never said anything. And today in America, it has not been easy for Americans. There is riot everywhere, as America of today. Alright, this is where I'll be winding down the course. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.